Hi, my name is Serena Barnes from Barnesviolins, and today I want to go over just a couple tips and tricks for how to care for your wood bow. This can apply to carbon fiber, fiberglass, wood bows, any kind of material. Wood bows are less durable than other types of bows, and so it is especially important to take proper care of your wood bows. So the first thing, when you take your bow out of the case, the hair is going to be loose like this. So the first thing you need to do when you're going to play is tighten the hair. So this is the screw, this part here, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So when you're going to play is when you tighten the hair. So you'll take the screw, let's say you've gone ahead, you've tightened the hair, all right? Now you've got space, you can see the hair is tight, okay? You've got a gap in between the hair and the stick. However, a good way of determining whether you've over-tightened or not, you should still see this curve here in the stick called the camber. If that does not look like this, if it looks completely straight, then you've over-tightened your bow, and that's very bad for your stick. You can risk snapping your bow, causing micro fractures that you can't even see, a number of other issues. It's also really not good for the hair either. So always make sure that you still see this curve here in the stick. So hair is tight, you play, you're practicing. When you're done playing, then you want to make sure you loosen the hair. So you take the screw again and you turn it to the left to loosen, okay? And then it should look like this. And this is how it's gonna go back in the case. You see much more of a curve here now than there was, but that curve should still be there when the hair is tight. Now the hair is loose, you're done playing. What do? You don't leave it out on a chair or a bed or a table or with a friend or on the floor. It's either in your hands or it's in the case. So as soon as you're done playing, straight back into the case where it's safe, because that's where accidents are a whole lot less likely to happen. And if they do, at least there's a layer of protection there. Another thing is, as much as you love your friends, don't lend your bows or your instruments to your friends. Don't let them borrow them. As much as you, I'm sure, are very trusting, protect your equipment because it is very important. You've probably spent good money on it. You want to take good care of your things, and you just don't know how people are going to handle your stuff until it's too late. And accidents can happen, in which case you want it to be you. You don't want it to be a friend that this occurs with. Another important thing is make sure that you're washing your hands before handling your instrument or your bow, especially because this will help keep it clean for longer. In the same vein, horsehair that's here on the stick, this is horsehair. You don't want to put anything on the hair besides rosin. That means your fingers as well. Try to avoid touching the hair, as the oils from your fingers are just not good for the bow hair. And it will make it dirty and it won't hold rosin as easily, and you'll need to get rehairs more often. So wash your hands before playing or holding your bow. Another thing I've seen some people do is, I don't know if it's just a habit, a bad habit that some people have perhaps, but picking at the hairs here, not a good idea. An even better way is to just take a nail clipper and clip off the excess hairs very gently. You don't want to pull the hairs off when they break. I know it's so easy to do, and I understand sometimes we do it. Sometimes people do it. We're human, I get it. But it's always better to not pull the hairs that are coming loose, if you can avoid it. Another thing that some people do is tapping with the bow, tapping a music stand, tapping a chair, trying to get people's attention with it, anything like that. Don't use your bow to tap things. It can create micro fractures, and you may not even know. You may not be able to see it, and you think your bow is totally fine, and then one day it snaps, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it snapped. I don't think I over-tightened. Well, it could be that maybe you haven't been handling your bow very well, and maybe you've been tapping it on things, or maybe it bumped into something. Wood bows especially are very delicate, very fragile, and you want to be careful not to bump this into anything. Now, no matter what you do, you will need a rehair at some point, and that is where shops like us come in. We do rehairs, repairs, anything of the sort. You have any kind of issues with your bow, that's what we're here for. So if you do have any bow related questions, you can give us a call. However, generally we tell people it's like a doctor's appointment. You come in at very minimum once a year, but depending on how much you play and how you take care of your bow, you may need to come in more than that. So possibly every 6 months. People who play a lot will need to come in even more than that. If you just don't take as good care of your bow as you should, then you may have to come in more as well. And this is probably an obvious one, but don't ever leave your instrument or bow sitting in a hot car, especially here where we are in Florida. It's especially bad. It's so hot here. You can avoid a whole lot of problems by just keeping your instrument and your bow in a temperature controlled environment. That being said, we are here. If you have any bow related or instrument related questions, you can give us a call today. We're happy to make an appointment for you. Follow for more content about string instruments and bows, and if you have any questions, you can give us a call today or leave your questions in the comments below.